Hello, everyone. I'm Natalia Bilbao, and here's what's happening in LA this week. We remember the fallen of 9/11. LA Fire and Police Departments and Mayor Karen Bass were among many who gathered to pay tribute to those we lost. 23 years on, the ceremony also ensures a new generation knows the significance of the day and that they too will never forget.
Today, we honor those whose lives were tragically cut short, and we hold close the families who still grieve. I was in New York a week after the attacks, and the World Trade Center was still smoking.
On September 11th, 01, we were called in to help FDNY, the NYPD, Port Authority. They were the true first responders. We had search dogs, we had structure engineers, doctors, and we were there to support them.
It's also important that we remember the aftermath, because I very well remember seeing people come together, united as Americans in a way that we seldom are.
Every day, people became extraordinary in that moment of terror, helping strangers, comforting the injured, and refusing to let the fear stop them.
Today's event is a reminder that we need to continue to train and be ready to address threats such as these.
I'm very proud of the work that the LAPD has done, LAFD, and emergency management, and making sure that the city is extremely well prepared to prevent and respond to emergencies as they happen.
We're not only honoring those we lost, we're also here to pay an extreme tribute to the heroes who ran towards danger to evacuate the victims, and in the end of it, they saved countless lives. Always remember and honor 9/11. So that's what today is all about. Super proud of everybody that's here, and we're here to never, ever forget.
You'll hear a lot of people say never forget, and what that really means is never forget the sacrifices that the men and women, the fire department, the police departments are doing it on a daily basis.
The next generation of individuals in this country, some of them don't realize what that day meant, and it's our job to make sure that nobody forgets that day.
A new light rail project will add 11 stations and connect Van Nuys to the San Fernando Valley. The Metro plan got its full funding, a green light which will bring up to 2 million Angelinos on track to benefit from light rail transit.
We present this check for $893 million.
Metro is ready to build the first light rail line in the San Fernando Valley in over 70 years.
Metro's 6.7-mile East San Fernando Valley Light Rail Transit Project will build more rail service in the heart of the San Fernando Valley, improving transit connections and access to crucial destinations in the area.
It's really an honor to be here with you all to celebrate another momentous milestone. We're here at the Van Nuys Boulevard corridor, which is going to now get an investment of $893 million from the federal government to help fully realize the East San Fernando Valley light rail line that goes into my district in the heart of the Northeast San Fernando Valley.
Today is a day of dreams fulfilled and what true public service is all about. This project was one of the highest priorities for the people of the San Fernando Valley. So when we agreed to tax ourselves by passing Measure M, this was one of the things that the Valley was promised, and today we're able to deliver on that promise.
The East San Fernando Valley Light Rail Line is going to have 11 new station stops between Van Nuys and Pacoima, and it's going to create new opportunities for local residents to use this line and via the metro system be able to travel from the valley all over Los Angeles County. And with the regional rail networks like Metrolink and Amtrak, they will be able to travel from the San Fernando Valley throughout the state of California and the Southern California region.
A big project like this can have impacts on local small businesses during the construction period. And those impacts are real. So we want to make sure that when this line goes in the East San Fernando Valley, we're taking care of those small businesses right here in the valley. So Metro will be able to provide support to some of those small businesses that are hurt during the construction process so that we can keep them in business, keep them thriving, and allow them to take advantage of this system when it's up and running.
We encourage residents and business owners to learn more about this project by visiting metro.net/East San Fernando Valley.
Progress there for the East San Fernando Valley with light rail coming soon. September is National Emergency Preparedness Month. The City of LA's Emergency Management Department let us know the actions we can all take now to be prepared for all types of emergencies or disasters.
National Preparedness Month is a special time of the year during the month of September to encourage Angelenos and people who live across the United States to think about what it really means to be prepared. Knowing your hazards, knowing how to best respond and recover from those hazards, talking to family and friends about what they would do should something happen. So it's a great opportunity to exercise your family emergency plan, to check your disaster preparedness kit to make sure you have all of the essential items that are needed when something happens.
We want to make sure we have sufficient water and food. Water especially, we live in a very dry part of the world. Food, of course, canned food is very important to have a sufficient amount of canned food in your home. Also first aid supplies, because it's unlikely after a catastrophic earthquake that the fire department will be able to get to everybody that needs assistance. So we are our own responders.
Here in Los Angeles, we never know when the earth might shake. So it's always good to be ready so that when something happens, it doesn't catch us off guard and we know exactly our plan of action. Practice that plan and that we can be ready whenever disaster strikes. And it's a time to revisit your emergency contacts. Looking at those lists, making sure that you have a close by point of contact as well as a point of contact out of state. All Angelenos can get involved, from the very young to the very old, to make sure that you are prepared. And also it's an opportunity to think about older family members, younger family members, and if you have pets, to make sure they're prepared as well.
Here you already kind of know what the incident is.
So you have to be a cheerleader for emergency preparedness. Once you're prepared, go out and knock on your neighbor's door and ask them, are they prepared? Because guess what, when we have a really big event here, such as a catastrophic earthquake, it's very likely that our neighbors will be our first responders rather than police and fire. LA is a huge place, so knowing your neighbor, knowing what resources your neighbor may have, or if there's an elderly family member in their homes or small children or even pets, it's just knowing who your neighbors are and what their needs may be and how you all can work together. The city's emergency management department has a fabulous program called Ready Your LA Neighborhood, and we train you at no cost on how neighborhoods can be prepared to help each other when a disaster strikes.
For the first time ever, we're celebrating the return and the installation of the Olympic and Paralympic flags at City Hall. Athletes representing the U.S. helped the city mark the occasion and start the ball rolling on hosting the 2028 Games.
Good morning, everyone. What a day in LA! To all of our Olympic and Paralympic athletes today, we celebrate you and your commitment to greatness, to courage, and to representing the United States with honor.
We are here at City Hall. We are so excited. Today was the installation of the Olympic and Paralympic flags here at City Hall. LA, LA 84, our elected officials, LA 28. We are so stoked that the future of the Olympics now lies in our hands.
I am one of the members of the Olympics Committee, and I'm excited that in my district we will be hosting the skateboarding competitions, the BMX, as well as the archery. And we're just getting ready to, make sure that it's done right and that we use this as an opportunity to feature different parts of our district.
I'm Cheryl Miller, 1984 Olympic gold medalist, women's basketball. I think it's a big deal for Angelenos, period. The fact that we have an opportunity for everyone to contribute from all aspects of our society, from all neighborhoods differing and whatnot. It's a great way to bring everyone together.
As we are ready to finally get the party started because the Olympics are around the corner.
The biggest advice I can give for the future Olympians, have fun and represent.
Los Angeles City Sanitation and Environment, LA SAN, invites Angelenos to learn more about the benefits of home composting and gardening. According to LA SAN, home composting reduces waste, builds healthier soil, conserves water, and helps to improve plant growth in your garden. The workshops are taught by a team of rotating LA SAN green waste specialists, and they teach how to turn kitchen scraps and yard trimmings into nutrient-rich soil. Workshops are held at locations around the city and offer free mulch and compost to attendees while supplies last. LA SAN workshops are free to attend, however, registration is required. For more information, go to the Education and Sustainability tab at lacitysan.org. The Los Angeles Public Library is celebrating Banned Books Week from September 22nd to the 28th. Since 1982, Banned Books Week has brought together book authors, educators, publishers, and readers in shared support of the freedom to seek and express ideas. According to the American Library Association, there were 1,247 demands to censor library books and resources in 2023, one of the highest numbers in 20 years of collecting data. LA Public Library is featuring books that have been targeted for removal or restriction under the 2024 theme, Freed Between the Lines. Throughout 2024, LA Public Library is making a selection of the most challenged books available to anyone in the United States ages 13 and up. For more information, visit lapl.org/ban. Los Angeles World Airports, LAWA, is set to receive federal funds from the U.S. Department of Transportation to improve its airports at LA and Van Nuys. Under the Airport Improvement Program, Los Angeles International Airport, LAX, will secure $39 million, while Van Nuys will get over $18 million. At LAX, funds will be used to insulate 400 homes affected by noise and to buy zero-emission battery electric buses. At Van Nuys, the grants will be used to reconstruct a taxiway and implement the airport's decarbonization. To find out more about the work of LAX and Van Nuys airports, visit lawa.org.
The Los Angeles Police Department's mission to protect and serve is highlighted at the Los Angeles Police Foundation's annual awards ceremony. LAPD members who went above and beyond were honored for their especially brave actions in the line of duty.
We're at the Bonaventure Hotel today, and we're here to celebrate the Above and Beyond ceremony. It really highlights our officers and their selfless sacrifice, their bravery and their courage. We issued these officers the Purple Heart, the Medal of Valor, as well as the Preservation of Life medals. And it's really to show the world what they do every day and highlight the good things that happen, because we hear so much negative things.
I grew up in Los Angeles, and for 15 years now I've been patrolling the same area where I grew up.
My partner and I are receiving the Medal of Valor. He's also receiving the Purple Heart. Sometimes we're faced with difficult situations at work where you might, pay the ultimate sacrifice.
You will hear the stories that tell the narrative of a world-class police department whose men and women exhibited tremendous bravery protecting the people of Los Angeles. I'm hosting the luncheon for the Above and Beyond Foundation. What an opportunity for me to be able to thank these people for their service and keeping us safe and keeping us free and allowing us to do what we do every day. We couldn't do it without them, and people should honor them and respect them, and that's what this luncheon's all about.
I highly recommend LAPD to young men and women. It's a great career. It's something you can always give back to community.
These events really show what a true police officer is, the sacrifices they have, the things that their families go through so they can do their job and keep the community safe.
In a relay race, the athletes pass the baton. So it's fitting that for a poetry relay, the performers pass the microphone. And passing this mic from Paris all the way to the city of LA, that's just part of the creativity that was on display at this show.
Nous savons d'abord l'estomac de tomber amoureuse. Admettons de cultiver l'amour avant qu'elle ne sente la jamais la force qu'on la nettoie de partout.
To represent our country, our hometown, our hood, our family, the time has arrived. Both too quick and too long.
Today is Catch the Mic, Paris to LA. It is a fantastic poetry relay that is happening here in the City of Angels at the Los Angeles Public Library, the Central Library, here in the heart of downtown LA.
We have artists that have been commissioned to participate in Paris, and at midnight in Paris, that marathon will conclude, and we're going to be catching the microphone here in Los Angeles.
1, 2, 3.
I'm the president of the board for Beyond Baroque Literary Arts Association, so I get to be here to be the mistress of ceremony, the MC today, and also I am a poet with a poem in the entire pantheon of poetry of our 30 Los Angeles poets that were chosen. So I'm incredibly excited to be here.
Los Angeles, the home of the three-peat, we triple threat, we triple jump, we triple axle spin every narrative, and when they say we're showing out, we tell them they ain't seen nothing yet. Get set!
It's an amazing event. So many poets, first of all, across the LA metro area and now across the world, all the way to Paris. We have poets everywhere sharing and showing what we do here in Los Angeles. That is amazing.
I love the feeling that anything that we do as poetry can also be something that contributes to society. It's civic art. And that's one of the reasons that I'm here, is because I believe in the utilitarianness of language. There is a reason that we are speaking and that we are writing and that we are performing our work. It's because we want to connect to another person.
Today couldn't have happened without the partnerships of so many. So we're so grateful to our partners at the Los Angeles Public Library for their support today, for Beyond Baroque, for their partnership on being able to produce this event. For all of our poets, we are so grateful that you're willing to be here and participate and tell this story of Los Angeles. And to the Department of Cultural Affairs staff, thank you. Just again, we're so, so grateful for this really exciting moment to showcase Los Angeles.
Coming up on the calendar is the anniversary of LA for All. LA Civil Rights Department shares plans for the annual event that celebrates the diversity and inclusion of all in the city. This year is all about lighting up the city in every way.
LA for All is important for many reasons, but most of all, we want to send a message to all those inside of our city limits and our surrounding communities that we welcome everyone, which is why we have it in 21 languages, from Korean, Spanish, Chinese, to send a strong message that we are here for you. LA for All has been successful because of the residents of the city of Los Angeles. Many people have contacted our office for posters. They put them in businesses, in schools, and houses of worship, and they really spread the word about this campaign. Wearing our t-shirts, coming to events, putting it on our sanitation vehicles, wrecking parks, and even LAX for making sure every time you come in or out of our city, you have that strong message that LA truly is for everyone. From September 27th to the 29th, we will have a number of locations lit up in the LA for Everyone colors. We're talking US Bank Tower, City Hall, and even LAX pylons. We want people to reach out to us at laisforeveryone.com and contact us to get a poster sent to them. And if they already have posters or t-shirts or signs or banners, please take a picture of it and send it to us between the 27th and 29th of September. You can tag us at LA Civil Rights and include hashtag LA for All Challenge.
In this week's feature story, El Grito, the cry of Dolores, which heralded the fight for Mexican independence, is celebrated each year at City Hall. Leading the ceremony is this year's Padrino, Councilmember Hugo Soto Martinez, who also rings in Latino Heritage Month.
Ay, ay, ay. Y hoy me tocó en la ciudad de todos, la ciudad de Los Ángeles, California.
So today we are here in front of City Hall celebrating El Grito, otherwise known as Mexican Independence Day. Every year we rotate, who the godfather is going to be of the event. So this year it was me. And so I was very happy to give it sort of my flavor, a little bit of my history. That's why this year's theme is called La Fiesta del Pueblo, or otherwise known as the People's Party, because we wanted to really uplift the working people, the street vendors, the unions that represent workers and make the city what it is.
We are celebrating independence of Mexico, which we traditionally celebrate on September 15, and it's a way now to celebrate our Mexicanidad, our nationality, our identity, our culture.
Tonight is a very special occasion, a tradition that has been in Los Angeles for decades. Mexicans are the largest diaspora here in Los Angeles outside of Mexico City. And so it's a really important and significant event to be celebrating each and every year for members of our community that are part of what makes Los Angeles rock.
We have mariachi, we have Mexican music right now, we have a lot of people wearing super cool outfits, and it's all about the tradition, Mexican tradition, the culture.
We're also celebrating Guatemalan culture, El Salvador, Peru, all these Latin American countries that typically do have their Independence Day celebrations in this month of September. We're really excited to be here today to celebrate all cultures. We know we're a melting pot in the city of LA, and so excited to be here specifically with street vendors who are catering this event for the first time.
This is like a grito to tell everyone, like, welcome, we are family, we are ones, and we gotta connect to each other again. Especially after 2020 with the COVID, most of us that we are out here, we are family business owners. So I really appreciate the opportunity that they give us. For all the working people who come from out of the country that come to this country for a dream. And we all just came and work our tail off to make it happen. And this is a great opportunity for us to get exposure, to be known, and to grow.
My favorite thing, hey man, this is the opportunity that we get to celebrate the raza. And it's not just being Mexican, it's not just being Puerto Rico, Cubanos, but being Latinos. It's about all coming together and knowing that, hey, this is the working class, and being able to celebrate the people that build America. That's what I like to see. It's 2024, El Grito right here in Los Angeles, California.
Este día es importante para todos los mexicanos y más para los que están aquí en Estados Unidos y no pueden pasar hacia México. Hay mucho indocumentado, mucha persona ilegal que están viviendo aquí. Entonces es muy importante que les festejen en el país que estén. Entonces aquí lo festejan y pues ¡viva México!
coming from the Department of Cultural Affairs. It is so exciting to see the city come together to really lift up our population and lift up our communities, to tell our stories, and to be able to help fight for our independence.
Embrace tradition, follow the traditions, the Mexican tradition, and just like have fun. And wherever you go, don't forget where you came from.
I think they'll understand that no matter what hatred is being spun out there, that we're a pretty tight-knit community and that we're beautiful and that we're worth being here, right? And so I hope that folks continue to learn and open their minds to all these different communities that surround us here today.
I hope that they understand their culture, their history, that they feel proud of what they come from. You can be an honest and loyal citizen of this country and at the same time feel proud of your homeland and the country that your ancestors come from. ¡Viva México!
¡Viva!
¡Viva México!
¡Viva!
¡Viva México!
¡Viva!
It's the annual Tom LaBonge Day of Service, and everyone is invited to join the city in celebrating the man who was known as Mr. LA. Former council member Tom LaBonge was dedicated to civil service, and he is honored with this annual Day of Service. Join community members for a cleanup taking place along Western Avenue around Pico Boulevard. Bring your reusable water bottle, wear comfortable clothing, and don't forget to register for this community event. Meet at the offices of Council District 10 on Western Avenue for the Tom LaBonge Day of Service, taking place on Saturday, September 28th at 8:30 a.m. For more information, see the calendar at civilandhumanrights.lacity.gov. Join LA's Public Library for the 6th Annual Los Angeles Libros Festival on Saturday, September 28th. The festival is a full day of entertainment featuring Spanish language and bilingual storytelling with 11 countries represented. Join Libros host, Los Angeles writer and journalist Gustavo Arellano at the Central Library for all the festivities. Enjoy musical performances, art, workshops, author readings, and read-alouds. There are 30 events in all, featuring 22 authors and illustrators. It's fun for all the family at the Los Angeles Libros Festival, taking place on Saturday, September 28th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. For more information, visit lapl.org/Libros. The City of Los Angeles Department of Cultural Affairs and the Friends of Watts Towers Art Center present a musical weekend on September 28th and 29th with 2 day-long festivals taking place at the world-famous Watts Towers. On Saturday, September 28th, it's the 42nd Annual Watts Towers Day of the Drum Festival, featuring percussive beats from all over the world. Enjoy performances featuring the drums of Africa, Brazil, Japan, and Peru. On Sunday, September 29th, it's the 47th Annual Simon Rodea Watts Towers Jazz Festival with live music in every style from R&B and West Coast hip-hop to jungle jazz and everything in between. There will be children's activities each day at the Charles Mingus Youth Arts Center and a food court available at the Watts Towers Amphitheater. Enjoy the 42nd Annual Watts Towers Day of the Drum Festival on September 28th and the 47th Annual Simon Rodea Watts Towers Jazz Festival on Sunday, September 29th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. each day. For more information, visit wattstowers.org/events. And that's a look at some things to do.
And that's all for this week. I'm Natalia Bilbao, and from all of us here at LA This Week, thank you so much for joining us. Remember that you can watch us online anytime at lacitybview.org, and we're also on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube. See you next time for more LA This Week.